Time now for the morning rush.
We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning, guys. Seeing some reports of light snow in Rio Rancho. We sent our news tracker out and you can see it's not accumulating too much, but yes, we are seeing some light snow here in the metro area. Most of this up to the north and northeast. It will continue later this afternoon too. As I put this into motion, you'll notice the northern and northeastern portions of New Mexico favored for rain and snow throughout the entire day. On top of that, strong winds, and that is going to raise concerns for fire danger. Sarah.
Some evacuations are in place right now. More families are on standby to be evacuated in western New Mexico as 2 wildfires continue to burn near Grants. Blue Water Acres and Blue Water Village remain under a pre-evacuation notice. About 50 campers at Blue Water Lake State Park have already been evacuated, while the Diener Canyon fire was started by the feds earlier this week as a prescribed burn. Winds caused the fire to burn out of control and jump containment lines. Both fires have burned 1,000 acres with no containment. Crystal?
We're also keeping a close eye on another wildfire. 7 homes evacuated because of the 246 fire burning east of Highway 246 in Capitan. That fire sparked around 5 yesterday. As of last night, the fires charred at least 200 acres. The wind still causing some problems for that firefight. Still to come, the massive fire burning just east of this fire that's now making its way into Texas. That's coming up in the 5 Facts.
As the wildfire threats continue across the state, fire officials here will likely keep an eye out for brush fires like the one sparked yesterday afternoon on the Sandia Pueblo. This was near 4th and Roy Avenue. Now, PNM says a downed power line was in the area, but they still don't know if that's what sparked the fire.
Of course, we're staying on top of the very latest when it comes to the 4 wildfires still burning in our state. For up to the minute update, go to KRQE.com or check out our KRQE News app. On to some breaking news for you now. President Donald Trump moments ago responding to ousted FBI Director James Comey's new tell-all book. In his tweet, the president called Comey a, quote, weak and untruthful slimeball and a, quote, proven leaker and liar. Now, this comes a day after parts of Comey's book were released. In it, Comey calls the president untethered to the truth and said that his leadership is, quote, ego-driven and about personal loyalty. Comey's book hits shelves next week.
As you wake up, the American Red Cross says they are assisting families impacted by a fire at the Quality Suites on Gibson Boulevard. So far, there's no word on damage, but the Red Cross says they will be helping out 50 clients. We will let you know when we find out more.
Also, an investigation is underway into an apartment fire in southeast Albuquerque. Crews have been able to get this under control despite the strong winds. It started earlier yesterday evening at a complex near Yale and Catherine. Firefighters not yet sure how this fire sparked, but say 2 people were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation.
A teen is recovering this morning after Santa Fe police say a student stabbed another during a fight at school. They say it happened on the campus of Santa Fe High School in the late afternoon after school let out. Police say the student who was stabbed was taken to UNM Hospital. Now, the other student is under arrest. No word on any possible charges as of yet.
On to news happening now. Nehemiah Griego, the man who killed his family when he was just 15, wants to be sent to a mental health co-op in Houston. However, the DA's office is fighting this. The state feels Griego cannot be rehabilitated. A judge ordered that he be sent to MDC after he turned 21 amid concerns that he's still dangerous. Shortly after, his attorneys filed a motion to send him to a mental health co-op in Houston until a judge decides if he should be resentenced. However, the DA says that co-op is an unsecured facility.
Happening now, a man is beginning his 30-year sentence for murdering a deacon. Daniel Sandoval is one of 5 people charged in the death of Hector Aguirre in 2016. Aguirre tried to stop them from stealing his work truck filled with tools, but Daniel Sandoval ran over him. In January, Sandoval pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and other charges. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index up to a 9, still talking strong winds with wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Red flag warning in place through this afternoon and blowing dust a concern. Also some light snow being reported in the northwestern portion of Rio Rancho, so heads up there. Of course, we'll continue to keep tabs on that. Crystal.
Happening today, hundreds of UNM students are expected to cut their hair as part of a pledge to end sexual assault on campus. 8 hairstylists and barbers will be on hand giving free haircuts to students who signed the It's On Us pledge. They say it stems from studies showing people are increasingly telling their barbers they've been sexually assaulted. It begins at 11 o'clock this morning in the Student Union building.
Happening today, the TSA is expected to unveil new technology at the Santa Fe Municipal Airport. The advanced imaging technology can screen passengers for threats, including weapons and explosives that are concealed under layers of clothing without any physical contact. Now, this is scheduled for 1:30 this afternoon. Kristen?
Time now for a check on traffic. No major crashes or slowdowns at the hour. Of course, we'll keep eyes on the traffic situation for you.
Looking ahead for you, Holly Holm getting back into the octagon for the first time since that major loss. The former UFC bantamweight champ will take on Megan Anderson of Australia. It will be a featherweight non-title fight at the United Center in Chicago, June 9th. It will be Anderson's UFC debut. Holm has not fought since that tough loss to Chris Cyborg back in December. We wish her luck this morning.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, hundreds of UNM students say they will cut their hair as part of a pledge to end sexual assault on campus. This is all for an event called Sheer Empowerment. Today, 8 hairstylists and barbers will be on hand, giving free haircuts to students who signed the It's On Us pledge to end sexual assault. Officials say the event is for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Why haircuts? Well, organizers say this stems from studies showing people are increasingly telling their barbers they have been sexually assaulted.
On to number 4 now. A local church searching for answers this morning after babies' graves were vandalized. Families visiting the cemetery at Our Lady of Belen Memorial Gardens say they were devastated to find graves in the Garden of Angels section damaged. Parents we spoke to say the section is specifically for babies. They don't understand how someone could wreck such a special place. The church is asking anyone with information to come forward.
At number 3, not so good news for APD. This morning, Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller is likely reviewing the results of an annual police union survey, which shows a lot of Albuquerque officers have considered leaving the police force. About half of the police force, which is nearly 500, took part in the survey. Now, so far, the union is saying they want more competitive pay and are tired of working overtime and would like the department to hire qualified officers.
At number 2, looking at strong winds again this afternoon, gusting up to 50 here in the metro, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible over the north and east. Now, this is going to raise fire danger for central and southern New Mexico. We're talking showers over north and northeast, accumulating snowfall in the way of a few inches possible for the San Cristos. Temperatures cooler statewide as we are down to the 50s, likely to see another round of freezing temperatures here in Albuquerque tonight, clearing out and warming up for the weekend.
Brings us to number 1 now. We're watching several wildfires burning this morning in New Mexico, including a once prescribed burn near Grants that escaped containment yesterday during the state's high wind day. Officials say the Diener Canyon fires charred at least 1,000 acres so far. No containment yet. Campers at Blue Water Lake State Park, you've been evacuated. Other residents are on standby. The largest wildfire burning in our state, though, is now burning in Texas, too. At last check, the 206 fire near Tatum has burned an estimated 60,000 acres in New Mexico. Texas officials say it's now charred 9,000 acres in that state. It also called for several evacuations in Texas as well. If you want more details on these wildfires burning in our state, go to our website. That's KRQE.com.
We have a whole lot more coming up for you over on Fox New Mexico starting now at 7 a.m.